Good morning, everyone. It's JP, the outlaw, the voice that makes them moist, here to give you my top 10 weekend for New Year's Eve edition. Ooh, like that, huh? But no, this weekend, the JP show will be committed to nothing but the top 10 matches of the WWE, top 10 superstars of the WWE, top 10 females of the WWE, and finally, the top 10 tag teams. Well, the only 10 tag teams in the WWE. Okay? So, the first show will be committed just to the top 10 matches, and I will give you maybe Sunday, I'll give you two shows and another show later today. I'm going to try and push that out there. But these shows that you get on the JP show will be nothing but focused on the WWE's top 10 matches and so on and so forth, which I just went over. So, starting off this countdown will be Dean Ambrose versus Triple H at WrestleMania. All in all, great match. It showcased and tested the toughness of Dean Ambrose. And again, prior to the year prior to that, when he went against Brock Lesnar, who didn't give a fuck about the match, Dean Ambrose looked better in the ring with Triple H than he did Brock Lesnar. All in all, out of this, the only thing that I could say that spawned out of this whole thing was the podcast comment that was made by Stone Cold when Dean Ambrose was on there. So, yeah, definitely great match. If you haven't seen it, see that match. AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules. AJ Styles' first title match in the WWE. Roman Reigns' best match. And I believe, and there's a couple matches on this list that I will mention at the end of the list that should have a mention before I give out the, of course, number one match of 2016. But with that being said, number 8, I'm going to touch on that AJ Styles before I go on to number 8. I'm going to touch on the AJ Styles Roman Reigns thing. Roman Reigns has again gotten better just based off of AJ Styles. I would love to see where they could have went with that if Roman Reigns didn't get if he didn't fail the health violation for the WWE. I would have loved where they would have went with that. But love to see where they would have went with that. But shit happens, you know. There's 3 matches with these guys that everybody I feel they should check out, and I might send a link to my Facebook page, my Facebook group page. With if you're in there, you already know you're mostly family anyway. But if you're in there, I'm gonna send a link to these 3 matches with AJ and Roman Reigns, where AJ has literally lifted Roman Reigns to look like a fucking superstar. And that's all I wanted to say about that. Number 8, The Miz versus KO, Kevin Owens versus Cesaro versus Sami fucking Zayn. Of course, this match, in my opinion, has put the spotlight back on the Intercontinental division. Now again, there is one match in particular with The Miz I want to make mention of that did not make the list. I'm going to let everybody know that now, unfortunately. It didn't make the list only because I wanted to talk about these quality matches where you see the storyline developing, where you see it just being like the energy of it was there. So, not saying that any of these matches that did not make the list, the energy wasn't there. Again, I'm only giving you the top 10. If I did a top 20, they would definitely be on the list. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, title versus career. That was a great match, and it did not make the list, and I wanted to make mention of that. I apologize for that if anybody feels though that should be on the list. But the only reason why it's not on the list, this was the quality match. This was the match that sends The Miz to the next level in the WWE, and this is why I put this match at number 8. At number 8, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at Battleground. This match had non-stop action. If everybody know Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are longtime friends, they're longtime rivals. They've been rivals since their days in the Indies in ROH. So if you know that, then you know these two, when they get together, they put out high-quality matches. You know that. And so in these particular matches, they bought it, whatever it was. If they had a chair, there was one spot in this match where fucking Kevin Owens is fucking grabbing Sami Zayn and saying, just trying to choke him out and saying, stay down. I forget what submission move he had on him, but just stay down. The passion of the match is what got that on him. Number 6, Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles at TLC. Now, you know, I gotta say, it's fucked up that the highlight of their rivalry is Ellsworth. It's fucked up because the rivalry itself was actually good. But I think without that element of Dean Ellsworth, where would it have went? You get what I'm saying? He was already a fan favorite. You knew they was gonna hire him eventually, but I wouldn't have put him as prominently as they put him in the WWE. Period. Like, he should have been like a gimmick. Like, remember the Hurricane back in the day? That should have been James Ellsworth. Hurricane, of course, eventually got titles and shit after he gained some weight or whatever. But, you know, dropped the fucking Hurricane Helms. Remember Hurricane Helms? When he dropped the fucking Hurricane gimmick? That's when he won the fucking title. So, there you go. Go figure. But, yeah, that match falls on number 6, Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles. Number 5, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Again, on one side, you got Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Y2J, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. On SmackDown, you got AJ Styles, Shane O'Mac, Shane McMahon. Nobody knows him as Shane O'Mac. Shane McMahon, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton. In this match, top guys versus top guys. That's why I had to give you everybody who was involved. Maybe not Shane, but even though in his defeat, you knew he was only there to get thrown the fuck around. In his defeat, he looked like a fucking star. And fucking Roman Reigns speared the shit out of him mid-air. Plus the team-up move with all 3 members of the Shield, even though Dean Ambrose was on the side of SmackDown. The team-up for them to put AJ Styles through the table was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome. If you haven't seen that, go back, watch fucking Survivor Series. Trust me. Goldberg, Brock Lesnar will not be on this fucking countdown. And we're already at number 5. So, number 4. Oh, forgive me. Number 4. Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar killed Randy Orton at SummerSlam like I predicted, and I was telling everybody he's going to die. And he beat the living shit out of fucking Randy Orton. So much Shane McMahon had to get involved. He thought that he was really fucking him up. In which he did. But, in the same sense, okay, he lost the match. There won't be a part 2. There won't be a part 2 for Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. But I would like to see Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar. Let me tell you why. In 2017. Imagine. Here you got a GM. You got the unstoppable man beast Brock Lesnar. He's running, ripping through cats on Raw. He comes to fucking Shane. Remember that shit you was talking back last year? Boom. That's how you set that match. That's how you set. Nobody's thinking about that. Goldberg, all this other good shit. Nobody's thinking about that little beef, those exchange of words between Shane and Brock Lesnar. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. Okay? Another great WWE match, which comes in at number 3. Okay? Kenny Omega, Jesus Christ. Ibushi versus Cedric Alexander in a Cruiserweight Classic. This match was 5 stars all the way. A lot of high-flying moves. I don't know if a lot of people are into the Cruiserweights. I'm a big fan of the Cruiserweight division. I'm glad they brought it back. I wish they would book it better, but I'm a big fan of that division. And this match is why they brought back that division. If you see this match, if you watch wrestling and you're into the art of what the fuck they're doing, just go ahead and watch this match. Guaranteed you'll be like, shit, oh shit, what the fuck? If you haven't watched wrestling in a while and you just want to get back into it, type it in. Type in Cedric Alexander and I bet you this fucking match will pop up. He was so fucking over that the crowd chanted, please sign Cedric Alexander. You can't get no better than that. And that's what it's the fuck about. So, definitely, see this match. Well worth to sit down to watch. And I think that match was like 20 minutes. It was in the Cruiserweight Classic, they let them do that. It was on the network. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Actually wrestling versus all the fucking talking like Cesaro would say. So, number 2, Shinsuke Nakamura versus fucking Sami Zayn at TakeOver. I think that was Dallas, maybe Brooklyn, I'm not sure. But at TakeOver. Fucking, Sami Zayn, that was a send-off to the main roster. Shinsuke Nakamura had just got signed, and these two have already met before in New Japan. So, with that being said, the familiarities of these two, and with him moving, with fucking Sami Zayn moving up, who better to give him a send-off than Shinsuke Nakamura? That's crazy. And the matches that spawned after that with these two was great. I think that was like maybe one more match. I'm not sure. That may be a lie, but this match was the shit. See it, no doubt. And number 1, John Cena versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam. The reason why I gave this one number 1, and it was a toss-up between these 3 matches. The Shield 3-way at Battleground. That's one. Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, but I told you earlier in this show that I wasn't going to do that because it was going to be a joke, like ha ha ha, but that's corny. So just basically those 2 matches. The reason why the Shield match did not get that, and Dolph Ziggler career versus title match was probably going to be number 1. And like I said, I would make mention of matches that was all fighting for number 1 that did not make number 1, and it would do them an injustice of putting them in number 2, 3, or 4. So, with these particular matches, I said, okay, which one had the most stars, which one brought the most fanfare in? And don't get me wrong, that Dolph Ziggler match had me. I was convinced Dolph Ziggler is out of here. He's going to leave the WWE and do just like Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes is wrestling everywhere. He's like a fucking wrestling whore right now. But he did not do that. He stayed. He won the title, and good on him. Good on him, man. It was well worth the wait, if you ask me, because who better than to jumpstart restart this.